What up? I'm back. 6/17, 401. Sunday, February 25th. I guess the sun just went down. The sun just went down? Fuck. Every day is just beautiful. Every second of every day. I laid in bed all day today. Like I just went in and out of dream state, and when I woke up, my body felt fucking good. And then I went and ate, ate like a monster. It wasn't a whole lot of food technically. It was a regular human plate of food, which was still too much, and I didn't eat it all. But like that keeps ringing into me because like since this journey started, I was like, dude, I got to go on 3 to 7 day fast for sure. And but it's like I got so much fucking stress on me, and I've had nothing but stress on me for the last 3 years. Do I carry it well? Fuck yeah. Do I look like I'm skipping and farting fairy dust and daisies? Sure. But like it doesn't mean there's still not a level of stress. I mean, just the mere fact of like having to fucking set boundaries for the first time in your life, and that these boundaries are fucking difficult. These are not little shit boundaries. These are like eternal, I'm never gonna fucking talk to you boundaries, and they're very difficult. Because like I said, in the instance again, it's going to where am I? What? Like, how is this even love? Now, first of all, like, how is this even love for the other person? And then, like, how is it love for you? And then, like, you're trying to figure out, like, yeah, I have to love myself first. Meaning, I gotta set really motherfucking hard boundaries. Meaning, if someone's gonna come up to me and they're gonna talk shit about me, they're gonna tell me I'm doing my life wrong, this, and this, based on their life experience, or they're gonna project their bullshit, their weaknesses, they're not good enough, they're not enoughs on me. Like, I can't partake in that. Can I withstand it? Yeah. But do I need to subjugate myself to that all the time? Fuck no. Fuck no. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. And the only fucking time I get fucking confused is when I'm in front of somebody else that has low fucking self-worth. Like, that's the only time. Me and my buddy were talking the other day, and I pretty much alluded to tell him that. I pretty much told him. And I don't know if he picked up on it or not. I said, when I'm by myself, I never question any of this. Because he told me, like, what my trigger was. And the way he said it was, like, when somebody says you're an artist, you act like you're not. You get triggered that you're not an artist. And I go, that never happens. And then, first of all, I don't care about the idea of whatever some definition of somebody calling me an artist is or isn't. I am fucking me. Like, literally. Like, that's me. I am me. I'm not an artist. I'm not a landscaper. I'm not a plumber. I'm not a contractor. I am me. I am the capacity to the full degree of whom I am. I'm anything and everything. And so when we break down these labels, like I'm retarded, I'm this, I'm stupid, I'm like, all this stuff is labels that literally creates another box of existence that you get slammed into, that you put yourself into, and you fucking throw away the key, and then you're trying to compare yourself based on these low-level, ignoratic ideas of definitions that describe and compare yourself to other people that adopted that name for themselves. And I'm just like, I'm a fucking me, bro. I'm me. I'm a creator. Maybe that's the only box that we need, is we are all fucking creators. Either we're creating solely out of ourselves, or we are creating on top of something that had already presents itself. There's really no in between. Either I'm the first to create it, and then other people use my platform and create off of it, or I'm using other people's platforms and I'm creating off of them. Either way, we're all creating something with the tools that are provided. And some people just know how to use the tools better. Some people have just better tools, different tools. Some people earn tools. Like, what set of tools do you have? And can you go get more tools? And then when you go get the tools, you're going to be looking at a shit ton of tools and you don't even know what the fuck they're for until you can learn and play and understand what the tools are for and how to be better and more proficient in those tools. But everyone has all the equal same options. Like literally. Like it doesn't mean that some people's route to get those tools isn't harder or longer than another person's route to get those tools. But at the end of the day, like, I'm just me. And, you know, we keep talking, like, what is your ultimate goal? It's like, my ultimate goal is just to fucking do what I'm doing now, every day, and just create and play. And, like, fill up time with other creation ideas. And it's very difficult for me, man. It's very difficult because like I love being by myself, but at the same time I don't. But then I do. But then I don't. But then I do. And maybe I just not truly met people that I can like literally be around all the time because I can't. I haven't been able to. Just something about it. It's fucking draining. Like, humans drain the fuck out of me, man. It's not a positive thing or a negative thing, but it's just like, I don't know what it is. I always gotta go recharge for people. I look at it as like, so, say holding a current. Say the tip of your hands would produce light. And say you was able to just stand there and produce, I produce all the colors, but I produce a green light. And I can hold it. And it looks like a long rod on both hands, but it's solid. I can hold my current strong. And it's a consistent current that's always solid. Now when I'm around other people, so I can perceive my current. I know what it is, I know what shape, form it's taking. Like I know me. It's the same. But then when I'm with other people, it's their current is like it changes colors. First off, there's no rhyme or reason. The left hand and the right hand could not even be the same fucking color. And it's just bouncing all over the place, and it doesn't take a solid shape ever. If it does, it's for a second, and then they lose it. They lose the confidence in themselves, or they question. And so for me, it's like I'm trying to understand and read so I can best help this other person in front of me, but I can't. Because there's no solidness in them. I can't solidly produce or be what they need because they keep changing. They fluctuate. And in that, I'm trying to stay solid in my beliefs and in myself and in my understanding, while trying to divert and reshape so I can present to them and help them control their electricity to make it solid in that idea. And so it's draining because I'm just giving, like trying to adapt, and it's all in the form of me. It is me, but I'm having to run from one side of the spectrum to the other and then merge it in the middle to get the best fucking result. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But it is fun for me because it's like I don't like math per se, but it's just the process of like figuring something out is what gets me off, to be honest with you. Like it just gives me purpose in the moment of like a problem to fix. Even though I'm not meant to fix your fucking problems, but it's fun for me because it's imaginary. it's a good purpose because it helps another human. It's not like just finding out on a piece of paper like 1 + 1 = 3. You know, it's different. And just try and push people to the best capacity of them. Last night I was talking to a guy, and he goes, man, I'm sorry, bro. It's like the last time we met, you know, I felt like I was being a dick. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I was like, the whole point of that is, I lived my life for 35 years. Well, I took everything to heart. Everything. And it doesn't mean I don't take it to heart in the moment. Now I'm way fucking better. I just don't give a shit. I just learned that I don't care. Man, it's confirmation. I don't care. And it sounds shitty. There's no other way for me to say this shit other than it sounds shitty. I don't give a fuck. Like, technically, anybody's opinion of me. I don't care the route you went. I don't care the ideas that you have. I don't care what you think is better for me. I just truly don't give a fuck. Like, in all reality, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you have your previous life experience. You have your encyclopedia of information. You have your book that caters to you and what your ultimate goal is. And so, like, even if we're communicating and you're telling me this, I'm like, that is not my fucking goal. Like, I cannot explain this any easier. I don't give a fuck. Is it part of, in the realm of existence? Yes. But is it anywhere close to the top of my goal? Fuck no. It's not even really in play of my goal. And it's so hard for me to talk about it like that because everyone's always about fucking money. And I'm going, I get it. We gotta have money. But money is fucking easy. Money is fucking easy. Because all I need is enough. And I'll always have enough. And so, like, for what is the real goal? Well, I just want to create every fucking day. Like, that's my goal. I want to inspire people every fucking day. That's my goal. It's not about money. Like, it's just not. And people just keep pushing on me. And every single time, I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, I understand. And I'm not coming at it wrong. But it's just like, from their perspective, it is. And I'm going, no, because I'm fucking happy now. If I have more money, I'm just going to be the same fucking happy. Like, money's not going to make me much happier. Because I already know how to be happy with nothing. So, like, money is not going to do anything more. Like, I'm doing the best with what I got now, and I'm happy. If I have more money, then I'll just be doing the best that I have with money. Maybe it will broaden my horizons, and I can go there, and I can do that, and I can go there, and I can do that. But it's like, at the end of the day, right the fuck now, like, I'm happy here. I have to appreciate what it is that I have. And the moment that you start to think about what it is that you don't have, you lose appreciation for what it is that you have. And then you're not grateful. And you don't appreciate what it is that you have. And until you can appreciate everything that you have now, like, who cares if you can't appreciate when you have a lot? If you can't appreciate when you have little? And, like, in the same context, little and a lot is still within a realm of your existence, which is infinite. And so that number itself doesn't ever fucking change. And you understand that when you understand that. But in the idea of appreciation and gratitude, like, it is always that. Either you appreciate and have gratitude or you don't. There's not really a fucking in between. And so the moment that you appreciate your breath, you're actually appreciating everything else to the max capacity. It's the faith of a mustard seed. Either you have faith or you don't. Either believe or you don't. There's no real in-between. Because the in-between is a pointless thing. Because you either have to be all in or not. And if you're not all in, which is only one thing in the spectrum of anything, everything else, the rest of the 99% is the same. So the only real action that does matter is by being all the fuck in. 100% in whatever the fuck it is that you do. Because anything less than that is not a real action, I guess you would say. It's no real change. Because you still have doubt. You still don't believe. Therefore, the mustard seed's not even real. Until you have it. And then once you have it, then you have no doubt. Therefore, the seed is real. Because there's no other option. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's cool. But now I'm like looking. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm all in everything that I do. And I am. Like, I believe in it. And some of it would be, again, like I said, a lot of it is out of my control. Like, you got to come with that concept. It's like, all I can do is me. All I can trust is me. All I can control is me. And it sounds weird because, like, in that concept now, I feel like I don't know what other people would perceive. That's the thing. It's like, if in my head, in my mind, in my understanding, like, I got a lot of shit coming. But it takes time to get there, right? It's a progressive. Like, I'm walking. Each day is a step towards that. And so, like, other people don't know what I've dreamed. Other people don't know what I want. Other people don't know what I understand. And are walking to truly. Other people could perceive and look at some of the stuff that I've made or created, but like in the grand scheme of things, you still don't even understand the totality of what it is that I've done. Other than you're going to have words like obsession or crazy or outrageous or you don't understand, like it doesn't make any sense, the kid's not doing this, he's not acting like everybody else, he goes against everything, he's got to be stupid. His way is not going to work. And it's like, and everything that I'm doing my way is working. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I can play more than you ever play. I dance more than you ever dance. I have fun more than you ever have fun. I have less stress, technically, other than the stress of, like, surrendering and like, being patient. That's fucking stressful. It's stress understanding, like, most people, they can't even say anything good about you, really, because, like, when you're in their presence, like, you're triggering the fuck out of them and their insecurities, and so they're going to project them on you. So, like, you're literally having to play the game of even the people that so-called love you and like you, they're still going to shit on you unconsciously because they can't present themselves, because the inadequacies in themselves won't allow them to even truly be happy for you because you're fucking triggering them. And so, like, unless they're aware and they can catch themselves, their opinions themselves that they put off on you is literally opinion for themselves. And so it's fucking shitty, but then that's when like someone sits next to you and go, I'm sorry if I was mean to you the other day. It's like, dude, no, I get it. I can't help. You're gonna naturally resist this. You're naturally gonna go against me and tell me I'm wrong. Because if I'm right and I'm in your presence, like that's gonna hurt your little baby fucking ego. And that's where the bullying comes into place. That's where the jealousy and the envy comes into place. That's where the mean words and the making fun of people behind their back is because your fucking ego is shattered. And to try and make yourself feel better, like you subconsciously have to put somebody else down. Therefore, you can feel like you've done better. That your life isn't a waste. That the person in front of you who's literally living an opposite life of you, who's winning, you have to make yourself say that that's wrong. Because when you look at yourself, you're going, now I lost. Now I'm the loser. Now I followed all these people and I went into hell on my own. And now I can't even have enough pride and ego in myself to just agree with that guy or just look at him with that a boy, or you did it, I'm proud of you, like I want to be like you. Because then you feel like you're losing. You feel like everything that you did was ultimately a lie. And I said when I started my journey, that was the first thing. I followed all these other people. I wanted to be them. I mingled in them, like all of it. And then I got to this point where it's like, dude, I'm not fucking happy. So therefore, whatever I did do was a fucking lie. It wasn't real. I'm not happy. Like, so evidently, I have to be wrong about the last 35 years of my life and the way that I've lived them. Like, I have to be wrong. Nobody else but me, because I'm the only one who controls this VR headset. And like in that concept, it also taught me, like, at the end of the day, I can't fucking force anything on anybody. I don't want to, because it's not even love. Because they're battling with their own self. So the act of me coming to you constantly over and over and over again, wanting you to be better, or wanting you to see what I see or see my perspective, is pointless. It's mean. It's mean. That's kind of why I laugh about the concept of people bullying. It's like, honestly, I fucking bully you guys more than you guys even know. The act of me living and flaunting that is me bullying the fuck out of you. Understanding your insecurity. Understanding you're not going to change until you change. And yet I still got to do it. I still have to be me, understanding you're going to think that I'm acting like I'm better than you. And I am. And I am. That's the shitty part. I fucking am. I'm me. And you're you.
It's 4 a.m. I'm by your side. Our clothes are on the floor. Oh, don't wanna say goodbye, you know.
Yeah, I just can't force anybody. Like, it sounds shitty because then it feels like at the same time nothing's ever going to change with other people because I'm not forcing them to. And so, like, I'm still, like, in that idea. Like, I had a buddy last night and he just keeps asking me. And I said, dude, he's asking me, like, how I get all these women to open up to me. I was like, dude. I was like, man, this is the point. Trauma begots trauma. So in my purpose, I'm supposed to help people. With great power comes great responsibility, man. It's like, just because I can get these women or everyone to open up to me about all their trauma within minutes, I said, I can't take advantage of that. Can I? Yeah, I could. It's very fucking simple. Do I? No. Because that's shitty. It's fucking shitty. And so, like, my job is to help people fucking heal, to speak their truths. And in speaking their truths, they're writing their, what would it be called? It's like confession. I walk around the world and people confess to me. They confess their sins. Can I wipe those away? We're not going to talk about any of that. But the act of them speaking their confession are the things that they've gone through, whether a lot of the times dude, this was weird. So I asked a woman the other day, she told me the first time she had sex she was 16 and the guy was 27. And so she asked, and I was like, well, do you feel shame and guilt like you did something wrong? And she was like, but this was a long time ago too, but it doesn't make it any better. It had nothing to do with anything. But the way that I worded the question, it was pretty, I'm trying to think, brass, pretty straight fucking forward. No leans to the left or no leans to the right, like just a straight up like, like, was it an equal give and take? Like, you know, like, did you get manipulated? I asked her, did she get coerced in it? And she said no. She goes, but we did do a lot of drugs back then. And I was like, yeah, okay. But it's like, she got abused for sure. She got manipulated for sure. And that's where the confusing part comes, right? Because you accepted it, like especially as a child, like you accepted whatever came, you know, because somebody loved you, quote unquote. Someone manipulated you, quote unquote. They used your innocence against you, quote unquote. And they took advantage of you, quote unquote. So do you have shame and guilt from that? Because like some of you wanted it, but some of you just got confused, you got mixed up, you thought this was the right path for you. Is it good? Is it bad? No, neither. It sucks. There's a lot of negative to it. The person who was smarter or more intelligent, quote unquote, tricked you. It's shitty. I can think about the last couple years in my life. Like some people think I'm naive and they use that quote unquote niceness or that kindness against me. And I'm going, you're not using it against me. I'm allowing you to do it. That's the huge difference. That's the huge difference. Is you think that you're smarter than me, and you're not. I allowed it to happen that way, and I allowed everything to happen this way for a reason. But if I let you take advantage of me, it's because I allowed you to do that. Because I allowed you to do that. And then now that I'm no longer there anymore, it's going to prove to you whatever. And then I did whatever I needed to do. What's up? So... But yeah, and like I said, I know people think that I'm naive, but I don't get why. I don't get why. And then it's like you see the naiveness in me, and then you manipulate because that's what you was taught. When you were naive, people manipulated you, and so you just carry on the fucking trauma. And I'm literally just showing you that you carry on the trauma unless you choose not to. And so that's when this dude's trying to get me to tell him how I do this shit for these women. And I'm like, dude, I'll tell you. I was like, but it's not what you think it is. I'm just sturdy in myself. And I'm not trying to quote unquote fuck every woman that I come into contact with. It is some of it. It is some of the energy that I use is a lot of it sexual energy, yes. I was like, but I just have to hold my own and not fuck them. Not trauma begot trauma. But his little wheels are turning in his head. His little hamster wheels are fucking turning. And I was just like, dude, I was like, it's not that easy. Like, easier said than done, what I do. I was like, but it just has to do. Again, I've given myself enough time, attention, and focus, and I'm confident in myself. And I can hold true to me. And I understand, like, in the moment, they have to speak their confession. And then they can get over it. And it sounds shitty when it says they can get over it. It's like once you speak it, it's that much easier. Now it's a reality. You have to face it, and you can overcome it. Because now you spoke it. The shit that you've hidden inside your whole fucking life. And like, I do get a little proud. I'm pretty fucking proud when I can get people to tell me some shit that they never fucking told anybody in minutes. And I don't even fucking know their name. Like, I don't even know their fucking name. Like, it makes me fucking proud. And then I walk my little ass out of there, maybe never see them again. Or I see them some more, whatever. You know, who knows, whatever. Each scenario is different. You know, and then I get to do the same to them. So I get to confess my sin sometimes to them. And it's not positive or negative, but it helps me too. Even though like I'm talking like this scenario and I'm confessing all my sins always. So like I don't even call them sins, but other people still call them sins. I don't get it. You can't really truly sin against yourself. It's not a thing. In order to sin against yourself, then yourself would have to be something external from you, and it's not. Therefore, like, you could maybe go against another person, but then, even then in that concept, like, unless you was to force somebody, which there's only a few scenarios in all of existence where you can truly force yourself on somebody else, or make them do an action. At some point there's a surrender there. It's not saying that that's good or bad, but there's no resistance, and that's where the turn the other cheek shit is stupid. Because the moment that you surrender to anyone, technically, like, you're giving them the power and authority over you to do whatever it is that they want, and then you can't even really bitch about it. If you're a kid or something, it's kind of shitty. These kids, they're not equal yet in strength or intelligence. But as you become an adult, you're still pretty fucking broken in the brain, so you may not be, obviously, capable yet. So across the board, really. I mean, I can look at a woman and she can shut down, and I could literally see her age. Like, she's fucking 7 years old in the brain. Like, literally, emotionally. She's 7. She's 7. So, I mean, I watch this all the time, and it is crazy. But you can watch where they're at by how they react. They're like a 5-year-old kid. They're like a 6-year-old kid. They're like a 7-year-old kid, and they fucking shut down. They cry, whatever the trauma is, and you can literally see them turn into a child. And it sucks. But I honestly think that, like, the highest intelligence anyways is probably around 12 or 13. If the kid grew exactly the way it was supposed to. Like, the mental capacity and mental understanding, I think, is pretty young. Because the maturity level, like, we don't really become that much more mature. You just create all these boundaries, and you're like trying to fit into society. But I think it would be like a scale of 1 to 10. Like, there's the highest emotional intelligence level is 10. The lowest is 1. And like I said, I think there's kids that are 6 or 7 years old that have a higher emotional intelligence than fucking grown ass people. Maybe they don't know how to use it, but they're emotionally more intelligent. I can look at my mom, and like me, like by the time I was 16, like, I knew how to play her like a fiddle, you know, and I was just mostly more intelligent. But she could piss me off too. But that was more so because I was always in that fucking environment and I could never get away. So I was like in a fucking thermos, like just about to just break everything because I was just too hot. Like, it's just too hot. It just kept piling up. And then that's the same thing with all the people in the past. That's why it was just easier for me to walk the fuck away, because by the time I'm 35, like there's so much, it's just too hot. I can't forgive. I gotta forgive myself just for putting myself through that shit my whole fucking life. And then like figure out how to like reset all that and like play this game new without like doing all that shit. But I don't know, man. But it's cool. I'm just trying to figure out what to do next, really, but not really. Just live in the now. Paint when I want to paint. Create when I want to create. Dance when I want to dance. Sing when I want to sing. Live within every spectrum of the day. In every second and every minute. And like, whatever it is that I do is that. And the only way that you really feel shitty about anything is in yourself. And then if you're just comparing yourself to other people. You know, that's kind of the idea, is like what's good and what's bad. You learn that based on external influences, and then like to do stuff to yourself, like as long as you're not like, I don't know, man, doing some weird shit, like, you know, like you shouldn't force yourself to fucking keep eating when you like you're feeling like you're gonna pop and you're getting sick. Like, you obviously know. You know, or if you drink something that makes you sick, or I don't know. It's up to you. But as far as you comparing yourself to other people, that's where you fall short every time, because it's not even an adequate variable or equation ever. It's fucking impossible to even have a mirrored understanding in that concept of like, she did this, or her life is this way, and she has all these things, and then you compare yourself where you're at now and you don't have them. I'm going, well, she did all that stuff, got her to that point to now where she has all that stuff. Your life was this way. So like, if you're comparing yourself to somebody else, like, that's just a losing battle. It's just ignorance. And it's just ignorance. But that's not your life. Now maybe you like that, well then you gotta figure out how to get that life, or semblance of that, or whatever you think that it is that you're wanting. I think that's what you need to like figure out. What is it that you're even wanting? Like, I know you look at the Kardashians, you're like, I want that life, but like, what is it that you're really wanting? You're wanting notoriety? You wanting energy? You wanting attention? You think that this is going to get you opportunities, but what are the opportunities? Like, what is it that you're wanting? You're wanting love? You're wanting companionship? You're wanting to not work? Or you want to work like that, where they just videotape you living? Like, what is it that you want? But then what is it that you want? You just want to be happy, but what does that even look like? What would it take for you to be happy? Well, I would like a lot of money, but why would that money make you happy? Because then I can go do what I want. But what is it that you want? You want to do things that make you happy. So what do you want? You want to be happy. Well, then you figure out what the fuck's going to make you happy with what it is that you have now. And can you be happy with little? And then you don't even need to be the Kardashians. Because those motherfuckers aren't even happy. Well, the reason why you watch them is because they're not fucking happy. They just got money. And for some reason you think that the money is going to solve your happiness problem. And it doesn't. It doesn't. It could solve your habits. So where you can wake up and fuck random strangers and then get high all day, go to work, and then come home and go do this and go do that and just stay high, stay in another reality your whole life. And then the moment that you settle down and you don't get your hit for the day, you're fucking flipping out and you're gonna go to hospital. Go into some manic understanding because you can't even handle yourself when you're quiet. So it's like, what do you really fucking want? So like, you're never truly going to be happy until you start chasing that idea and figuring out at least what it is that you really want. And then, like I said, the answer is never outside of you, really. The answer is always you first. And then everything else is just extra. Like, it's extra to have a companion, but like if you're a shitty fucking companion, you're probably not going to have a good fucking companion. Like, if you're a fucking cheater, you know, you're probably going to get cheated on too. Well, I mean, you know, whatever. It was his fault. That's why I cheated, because he wasn't giving me attention. Maybe he was giving you attention, but you couldn't fucking recognize it, bitch. It wasn't good enough, bitch. Nothing's ever good enough, bitch. Because you're not good enough for yourself, bitch. You ever think of that? Maybe sometimes when someone calls you a bitch, maybe it's because you're a bitch. Maybe you're a bitch. You know, or maybe somebody else did the best that they could until they couldn't no more, so you're just a bitch. And I can look at that too with me, because like my buddy, I told him, I was like, no, I appreciate you like triggering the fuck out of me like this over and over again. I was like, because it helps me grow. And we talked about this before, where I just never had anyone in my life ever push me. Well, like I needed that focus of a parent or someone who felt like they really cared. But then again, I know I'm fucking stubborn as shit, so it doesn't matter, because I mean, it's my fault. But at the same time, I just never had anyone like push me either, and then stay there in the push, understanding I'm difficult, or understanding me at all. That's a lot of it. It's not under. I just felt like no one ever understood me, because I had the stains and the repetition and the cycles of like, you're gonna leave me because everyone in my life left me and I'm not good enough, I'm being adopted and all this other bullshit, which is a long time ago, and there's no excuse that I'm still a little bitch about it, but it's still like the base level programming of me. And like at the end of the day, I've only learned that I'm gonna get what I get because of me, so I never really able to like trust anyone or care or allow somebody to help me really. And like, what are you going to help me do other than something external? Because like I said, I knew I can only be me if I choose to be me. I can only change if I choose to change. I can only solve a problem if I can even see that there's a fucking problem. And then I face that problem. And that's a lot of it too, because like people go around being like, I'm not the problem, you know, I'm the victim. My husband's the one who needs to change. My wife's the one that needs to change. I'm giving everything, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, like I'm trying to meet his emotional needs, I'm trying to meet her emotional needs. Like I'm the one cleaning the house and taking care of the kids, and you know, I don't even got time for myself. Like, how can I have time for my husband, or how can I have time for my wife? Like I'm working all the time, paying for all the bills. Like, how? I'm doing the best that I can. So they're the one neglecting me. I need help. But then it's like nobody ever communicates any of that shit, and you don't even know how. And then if you do communicate it, the other person stonewalls you, or they turn into a child because they're not emotionally ready, because they're thinking the same fucking thing. They're thinking that they're getting abandoned by you. You think that you're getting abandoned by them, when really you guys are just both abandoning yourself first, and then there's no time for anything else, because you guys aren't even speaking your truths to yourself, let alone to the other fucking person.
It's 2 a.m. and cold outside.
And then you guys just build fucking lifetimes of resentment. Everything's a lie.
I can't even sleep at night.
Both of you are right. Both of you are fucking wrong. just both living in different fucking realities, to be honest with you, while you're literally trying to co-create another one. But you guys don't even speak about the variables of what it is that you want and your goals, and you're so entrapped in like the day-to-day of like just fucking functioning and making sure you can wipe your own ass. And then maybe you guys can partake in some fun times together, and then you fucking forget. But then reality hits you again the next day, and it starts over again. And then maybe you can fuck again and be lost in that for a minute and get out some aggressions. But nothing ever changes, and you're bleeding. And at some point, you're gonna be so empty of blood that you can't have the strength to fight anymore or hold back your truths. And then that's where that resentment comes out, and then boom, boom, boom. World War fucking 3. And things are sad and things are done and you can't come back from that. Or can you? From my perception, I can come back from that, but because I like to hear that, because then at least you're being honest. Cody, you're a bitch. Cody, you did this. Cody, you did that. I'm like, okay. Finally, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Now I know. Now I can change if I perceive that it's bad, or I can say I'm sorry or apologize. Now that I know your perception. And I can choose to never allow that perception to happen to you again. But until I know, how am I fucking supposed to know? I didn't know you had trauma like this, and if I did this, then I was integrating that trauma back into your life. I can assume that you have abandonment issues. I can assume that you need attention based on the way that you're acting. I can assume you have daddy issues. I can assume all this shit, but I can't ever know unless you tell me. And then you don't even fucking know. But I know more about you than you think you know. I can just watch you. If you try and make me jealous in front of you, like I know you already have an issue. You have an attention issue. And you have a world, you're trying to get my attention by making me jealous, and it don't fucking work. It does work, but I don't have to react to it. And I let you play childish games because they worked for you in the past, but that's not what I want to play. I don't got time for that. I can go fucking play childish games by myself, and that's what I do. But yeah, I don't know. I like talking to these people, man. I don't know. They're fun. I like just... And that's the funniest thing. This dude's like, man, he's like, I went home and thought about this shit. It was like forever. I was like, God, dude. You make me fucking laugh. You make me fucking laugh, bro. It's just a game, really. It's a game of like opening your horizons. And if you can open your horizons or in one spectrum, then you can open your horizons in any spectrum, and like it's just infinite gain and knowledge base. So like you can keep growing, you know. You have the potential to keep growing, and that's what this world's about. Like it's an infinite world. So like you just got to be able to keep growing, keep getting bigger, keep gaining more knowledge and experience. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And it's so crazy, you know. I do feel bad because I have a lot of friends and like they're going through shit, and it's like I try never to. It's very complicated. Every situation is so fucking complicated. And like the words that you say have so much weight. Because like you have to understand that you are literally planting seeds. And like I said, I think about things that people say for always. Like so I'm always thinking until like the words that you do speak to other people, like they are fucking permanent. They're permanent, you know what? And they're true. They're true from your perspective. And that's why, like, if someone calls me a little bitch or something, I'm like, well, from your perspective, it's true. I can Now I just need to find out why it is that. You're saying this, or you're saying I hurt your feelings, or I did this. I'm like, well, yeah, I get it. That's true. That's a lot of it, man. Yeah, this one was a lot. I will say this, like the cycle of like go partying and stuff, it's cool, I guess, but it's not. It's kind of empty, man. Cause it's just not like it's not real. It's just not like real. Like it's not real long term anything. So like it's just in the moment. It's just like drinking a Sprite. You know, like fuck, cool, man. It's a cool little Sprite. But it's not like, yeah. Just a cool Sprite. And like time makes time go by fast, which is good sometimes, but like it's not like yeah, I just don't really care about partying that much. It just makes things go by real quick, and it's weird. I like art though. I like playing, man. I can't explain. Like, I wish I could break down, which I can, I guess, right now. Like the idea of like going out throughout the day, like buying materials, having an idea that you want to do something of this at some point, and so you buy the materials and you're out and you're basing that off of your feelings. I like this color today. I want this color. I want these color combinations today. I got an idea of what I'm gonna do. Then like you get home and you take everything inside and you're like, well, I don't want to paint today. For some reason, I just don't feel like it. So it's not even a feel or not feel. It just doesn't happen. So it's like whatever. And then the next day you go and maybe you get some more materials or whatever. You just feel like doing this. And you find this thing and you get excited about it and you live in that energy and you push and you go paint your truck. It's like, well, I just bought material for something else, but now I found this thing today, so now I'm gonna paint my truck. And so I paint my truck because you get inspired too. And then so you do that, and like you just live in the moment. You're so fucking proud of it, and like you're happy. You have little battles in it. You may be doing something you've never done before. You're integrating like old concepts on top of new concepts, and like now you're just like playing. And so then you paint your truck, and then whatever, and then you go buy more material the next day, and then boom. You get home and then like fucking walk into that art room and you're like, boom, I'm playing. And then you don't know what's gonna come out, but then you go through the battles and the ideas and like you start trusting yourself even more and more every single time, every single practice, I guess. And it is like your art is that. It's not good, it's not bad. It's just it's you. And like at the end of the day, you're not really doing it for anybody else. You're always just doing it for yourself, and like you have joy in that. You have contentment in that. You have pride in that. You have good ego in that. And then as I'm saying, that's why it's so funny is because when I'm with somebody else and he's like, You know, you get triggered every time someone says you're an artist, and you just think that you're not. I go, no, no. I just don't think that. The issue that I have is me being the boss's son, and people looking at me going, "You did this for 3 years, and you're fucking doing shit like this," and I'm judging you for it because I feel bad because I've been an artist my whole fucking life, and I'm not doing what you're doing. So I'm feeling those projections of people putting them on me. That's why I'm getting fucking triggered, because I'm having to fucking defend myself and go, no. Those are your fucking projections. Those are not mine. That is your jealousy. That is not mine. That's you comparing whether or not you're a better artist than me or I'm a better artist than you because I did or did not have this training. Or I haven't had these years of experience. That's you. You're judging me based on you. I don't give a fuck. We're not in the same anything. I'm not comparing myself to you. And if I do, it's only for a minute and I'm going, well, fuck it. I don't care.
I'm walking to your door, oh, and I can't wait another night, 'cause
Yeah, because everyone's always like, you gotta go to school. I'm like, no, man, that's fucking stupid. Like, the part of what I'm doing is like, I don't want to learn anything about art. Really, I just want to fucking play. I just want to build. I want to play in the moment. I don't need to go to fucking school to learn how y'all do it. I don't give a fuck how y'all do it. If I wanted to do it like y'all, I would have done it like y'all, but I didn't. Because y'all got some fucking limits. I don't. Y'all got too many judgments. I don't. Is it art or is it not? Is it creative or is it not? I mean, you guys got all these fucking rules about contrast and this and that, how it's supposed to work and not fucking supposed to work. That's not fucking art. That's a box. It's a limitation. That's a crowd. That's a group. It's a cult. I mean, really, like, the idea of me is to go against all that. To not fucking be accepted by you. If I'm not accepted by you, I know I'm fucking doing something right. Especially if it has to do with, like, a school, or a church, or a group, or a foundry, or foundation. Like, if I'm going against you and I know on my end I'm not harming you, I'm not hurting you, I'm just, especially when it comes to art or the way I create things, then that's good. I don't have any of your fucking limited beliefs in me. I don't have any of your fucking dumbass reasoning in me. One has to work this way. It doesn't have to work that way. I just proved you wrong. I can do it this way. Well, it's not how we do it in the artwork. Well, I'm not part of your art world. Your art world is limiting and it's dead. I'm here for innovation and expansion. You got a fucking ceiling, I'm gonna break it. Because that's what ceilings are made to be done. They're made to be fucking broken. They're made to be fucking broken. I'm done. I holla. Love y'all. Peace. What up? I'm back. 138. February 25th on a Sunday. Dude, is today Sunday? So yeah, whatever. It's 1:38 in the morning. So I don't know, man. Dude, life is fucking... I know I started mini talks this way. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, like there's no other way to start it. Like every talk, really, every communication, really, every every breath out, like you have to fucking show appreciation to the breath in. And like how do you not? How do you not? Like in the grand scheme of existence, of the positive and the negative, and the push and the pull, and the great and the worst. Like how is everything not just max fucking capacity of like joy, pleasure, pain, loss, win? Like how is everything just not counterbalanced to equal every fucking time? And like in my perception, like, I don't even have time to outweigh it. I don't have time to go, you know what, my life has been so negative, all this bullshit, all this stuff, I'm a victim, I'm a little bitch, I'm a little whiner, I'm a little crier, like all this bullshit. Like there's no reality when like I'm still fucking alive. Like so like the whatever scale that I create in my fucking little impotent mind, like it has to be fucking positive. Like in every concept, there's no fucking reality when you live in the now. When like you get this, I get to talk. I'm home. I'm safe. Like what max potential other than like something falling from the fucking sky, a fucking rocket just destroying me from out of nowhere? Like how I'm safe. I know that I can talk and talk and talk as long as the fuck that I want to talk, and I'm okay. I will make it. I'm not taking drugs. I'm not snorting this. I'm not snorting that. I'm not putting something in my body that I don't understand or don't know. That's not gonna kill me in an instant. So whatever time that I have right the fuck now, I get it. And it's a fucking gift. And it writes over. And it controls over anything from the past. Like in all reality. And so like I just look at everything so differently and so drastically different. I think the most majority of the people that I come into contact with, or else we don't have these communications sometimes. Like I try and push the now on people, but it's not. Are you serious? New song. This is the song. This is the song. It's the same song. The beginning just starts fucking so gangsta. God. So like I look at life, and it is fucking confusing. It's confusing when you look at it for somebody else to like complete you. And when I say that concept, it's not that somebody else can't complete you, because there's always the concept of being a human being. Like you have to complete yourself. However, there's another level of completion. And that completion, there's one level of completion, right? One, singular, because you are a single being. But then there's another level on top of that, and then that would be external, to say the least. Because I'm completely. The song is called Obsession, and so like the biggest lesson that I had to learn for myself was that like I couldn't be. You can't be obsessed with something outside of you first. Because if you're obsessed with an external thing that never fulfills the obsession marker, and so like you truly, as weird as this sounds, because I can perceive thousands of routes or perceptions of people going, like, taking it on their own, of the concept of me saying I have to be obsessed with myself. And it's not a have to. It's just based on the rules of me. I breathe, I think, I feel, I taste, I smell, I touch, I understand me. I have to be obsessed with those concepts. I have to be obsessed with myself first. Understanding that if I choose to perceive something outside of me in a different route, then in a different understanding than all the context clues that I'm receiving, and then bypass that to another obsession outside of me that I have zero knowledge or understanding of, truly, like, that is ignorant. So, like, if I was obsessed with another person, and so in that obsession, you're perceiving, this is the idea of obsession. You take on that personification of the other person based on your context clues of understanding them, based on your limited, I'm going to say limited knowledge of them, because you're only limiting them based on one thing, and that is physical action of what it is that you can perceive that they are doing. So in the concept, I would say this. Maybe I'm more vocal. Maybe I'm posting. Maybe I have hundreds of videos. Maybe I have hundreds of expressions, ideas, thousands and thousands of words. But if you are obsessed with me, if you listen to what it is that I say, and you watch everything that I do, you're going to be obsessed, for sure, in the discussion. The act of you watching everything and doing all that shit, you become obsessed with me. But you become obsessed with me based on the knowledge that you obtain and then you interpret to cater to your life based on your understanding of me, based on what it is, my actions that I have put forth. That's like 0%. 0.0006% of the understanding of me. Like, and to gamble on that, whatever, I'd take the gamble. But the only reason why I would take the gamble, if I was to watch somebody's content the way that I produce content, and to watch all my stuff, I would be able to gamble on that, yes, that person is that, what I think that they are. For the most part, I'd be able to assume that, based on the totality, but that's because I understand that if they're doing this 24/7, then that is whom they are. But that's just me. But I would say from another perspective, I think that gamble is ignorant for sure. Because I think it's limiting. I think it's, based on the concept of me, I am who I say I am. I am who I present myself to be all the time. However, I am another individual when it comes to presenting myself to you. Because I become more base level to you. I would take the gamble for sure, but I don't watch anybody else's content. I can only base this on my knowledge of me. And I know, because I am me. Meaning, like, whatever it is that you technically perceive of me, in the concept of jealousy or any of that, like, I don't know, I perceive, I'm the reason why you're jealous. So, in all honesty, yeah, that's honest and true. Like, if you're not doing what I'm doing and you're jealous of that, or you're this or you're that, like, yeah, I can't help it. You're comparing yourself to me. That's a fucking ignorant concept. It's just, that's what I said. It's very hard for me to talk sometimes because it's like I have my perspective, and then whomever listens to this, like, how can I grab onto your perspective technically, and then how can I speak to each individual perspective? Very difficult. Very fucking difficult. However, in my life, I literally, this sucks. This sucks bad. I had somebody. I went to this place. I sat beside this dude. We've talked many times, and the first thing he was like, he said he was sorry. And I was like, you know what? I was like, from my perspective, the last time we talked, like, I don't perceive technically anything negative. And then, like, as time progressed, I was like, you know what? I do. Because you told me about this concept, and I looked it up as soon as you left. It was, talking about, like, the 1% of intelligence, the social group in the world. I said, now that I perceive it, the reason you mentioned that, and then you're telling me that you're not even a part of that, yeah, it made me look at it, and I looked at it, and I searched it, and I laughed, because it was talking about this group, Mensa, and how they're like 1% of the smartest people in the world. And I looked at that, and I was like, you know what, it was cool, man, I'm glad you presented that to me. Because then, like, it helped me build trust in myself, going, you know what, if you're saying that you're in this group of this 1% of intelligence in the world, and I'm destroying your perception of this world in a conversation that's 5 minutes, if even, I was like, so I'm above your little Mensa group in intelligence. And I am in every concept, because, like, any group that puts themselves in a box like that, they're not very fucking intelligent. The greatest minds in all reality, in all time, have been innovators. And in order to be an innovator, you have to live outside the box of society. It's just a prerequisite of intelligence, is breaking past the barriers that have been laid before you. I would assume that anyone that can think for themselves past 5 minutes could understand that limits limit your intelligence. It's just a very simple concept. Like, if you're a cook and you learned how to cook in one linear fashion, and you don't ever expand or have risk to become a better cook, then you're never going to be the best cook ever. You're never going to innovate, and you're only really truly just carry on the information and the knowledge of the previous people before you. Are you a good cook? You're a good cook based on the standards of the old people behind you, but you're not a new cook. You're not even expanding in the idea of cooking. And in my instance, like you're just carrying on something that's happened before you, which is weak, which is not innovating, which is not of you. And that's just kind of how I perceive things. I went to like the first center yesterday, which is art in Nashville, whatever. And I go with my buddy, and love him to death. But the concept is you have to understand and watch, understand, communicate, and understand that somebody else's limited understanding gets pushed onto you. It's projection. It doesn't mean you don't get lost in other people's projection. Very easy to do. And honestly, I think it's a positive thing to do, to live in the now and to listen to other people's projections. It's definitely better for you, because the moment that you can be by yourself, then you can correct those. But it helps you to live in the triggers. It helps you to acknowledge the triggers. Especially when like you're on a healing journey, and so for me, in my perception, I'm trying to figure out who I am in the midst of this ignorant sheep field. And it's like he communicates to me, and he's pushing me, and he's triggered me and all this shit. And at some point, finally he goes, I know what your triggers are. I could trigger you. And then an hour later, then he progresses to use those, try and use those things against me. And he tells me that my trigger is for people to come to me and tell me that I am not. My trigger is for me to think that I am not an artist. And so like in my response, it's like, well, from my perspective, I don't ever get triggered, which I don't, unless I'm with humans. Meaning, I don't perceive that I'm not an artist unless I'm with somebody else who has a perception of what they think an artist is. And then this is where the concept comes, where it's going. I told him, I was like, you know what the hardest thing in the world is? Is to be the boss's son. Where I walk around the world, I do what I do, and people perceive me as the boss's son. And it was so crazy because we looked at a picture of this old facility where there was this boss's daughter. She was going upstairs to pick her clothes out, where everybody else had to get their clothes in the basement. And so it didn't ring a bell, really, technically, and I've been thinking about it until now. Well, yes, if I'm the creator's favorite, I've talked about it many fucking times, but what makes me the favorite? Because I'm doing fucking the work. So that's where it counteracts every concept. But sometimes the boss's son, yeah, he gets all this extra bullshit. He gets treated well. He gets all this stuff because he's his son. He doesn't have to have the skill because the previous person before him, the boss, created this and he's going to give it to his son. In my concept, I get that. I don't like that. And I never lived my life that way. So, could I be the boss's son? Sure. Am I the creator's favorite? Fuck yeah. In the discussion. Am I his pride and joy? Yes. You're not. In the discussion. Sucks to be you. But I earned mine. I have the fucking proof to prove it. If you've done what I've done, no. If you lived my life, no. I'm not saying your life is better or worse than, but until you've done everything to the capacity that I've done, I'm the favorite. I'm always going to be the favorite. It's just me. It take you a fucking lifetime to catch up to me. Because I did it on my own. And I did it before it was cool to do it. And I've done it that way every fucking time. So like in that concept, like by the end of our conversation and by the end of the day, he was going, "You're doing it." I was like, "Yeah, I know, dude." I was like, "You may have triggered me in the moment, and you were pushing me, and I appreciate it, and I love it. But at the end of the day, you still have to say to me, you could be the boss's fucking son, but you're doing even more than the boss has done." Like, in all reality, you're proving it. You're living it. If someone's jealous of you, there's reason for them to be fucking jealous of you. You're living everything that those weak ass motherfucking bitches, which is you, haven't done. And you don't give a fuck. You show up every day. You feed your fucking ducks. You dance to your music. You are authentic and real. And you take zero shit from anybody. It's me. I don't give a fuck. You present me your gods. You present me your pride, which is pride and ego. You present me that shit. I'm not afraid of what? Of ideals that came before you, from other men that are dead? The skin is rotting in the ground? Who the fuck? I just have to live with and up to the concept of me. I have to live with that and hope that I can be the best fucking human being that I can be in everything that I do. And from a lot of people's perspective, maybe I'm a dick. Maybe I'm a gaslighter. Maybe I'm a narcissist. Maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that, maybe I'm a fucking monster. And sure, I'm a monster. But I love monsters. Because like, if you love a monster will love you. Who do I want on my team? Who do I want in my army? I want fucking monsters. End of discussion. I want honest and true fucking monsters that reciprocate fucking respect. You know, I don't know. I do make fun, and I make fun a lot of times. Like people like, you know, I've been to prison. You know, I'm tough. Do this, that. I'm like, dude, you're not tough. First of all, like, Yeah, you went to prison or a jail or whatever. You think it's fucking romanticized. But it's like, for me, it's like, number one, you're not very intelligent if you got caught. Second of all, like, it's nothing to be proud of. Because, like, whatever it is that you're trying to be proud of means that there's a shit ton of negative shame and guilt that you're hiding. You're hiding. And you're not intelligent. And so for me, it's like a lot of stuff. I get pride and ego for sure. I'm prideful for sure. And so a lot of times it's just like, I'm just like, whatever. Like, I get in a mood where it's like, do I need to compare with these people? Do I need to boast? Do I need to be prideful? Do I need to, like, hey man, you can do this, you do that? And it's like, I can do that. It's fucking simple. Like, it's not anything cool. And so, like, I try to limit myself on that. I don't want to, like, shit in everybody's Cheerios. Because they're gonna shit in their own Cheerios and eat it anyway. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. It's very difficult for me. It's very hard for me to be good. It's very fucking hard for me to be good. Like, I want to, technically. I don't. Actually, I don't. Like, I get the gist of it, where I want to be hateful. I want to be mean. I want to mean girls. But at the same time, I don't. I really fucking don't. And it's shitty because I'm lazy. I think laziness has to come up a lot, but not really. I think I call it laziness because I just don't want to be a dick. Because the concept is, anything you can do, I can literally do better in a matter of fucking one day. Like, in one fucking day. And, God, I feel so shitty talking like this. But it's like, so say there's an artist who can draw real well. I guarantee I can make a Mona Lisa. I literally spent 12 hours. I can make a Mona Lisa. Like, it's not fucking difficult. There's enough information out of here that I can put on 2-speed. I can watch multiple videos at the same time and fucking understand the base fucking knowledge of it. And spend 12 hours figuring it out. Now, I'm going, well, maybe I do that. Maybe every time anyone tries to bring out an insecurity in front of me, I fucking let them do it, and then I fucking blast it in their fucking face. Hateful as shit. Just prove them wrong. Or they can spend a whole lifetime trying to learn a skill when I can learn it in fucking 12 hours. I'm kind of feeling that urge. I'm really fucking feeling that urge. And I'm gonna piss. I'll be back. I'll be back.
It's 2 a.m. and cold outside. Is it too late to come? Oh, I can't even sleep at night 'cause it's 3 a.m. I'm parked outside. I'm walking to your door. Oh, and I can't wait another night 'cause 25, 25, 7. I give you Baby, you're my obsession. Ooh, 25/7. I give you love and affection. Baby, you're my obsession. It's 4 a.m. I'm by your side. Don't wanna say goodbye, no, I want more. 25/7. Baby, you're my obsession. Ooh, 25/7. I give you love and affection. Baby, you're my obsession. Baby, you're my obsession. 25/7. You gotta know.